We just updated the resource in January. It now sits at 1.3 million ounces in the indicated category at a grade of about a gram, and an additional inferred resource of a million ounces at just under a gram per ton gold. So it's about, you combine that, you're up over 2 million ounces of gold. We have a second deposit that we haven't done as much work on and some other projects. So the Blackjack open pit resource, that resource that I mentioned is confined to the open pit scenario. But recently we've done some deep drilling and we see that the deposit extends to depth.
Hello and welcome to the Assay TV. I am on site at 121 Mining Investment London, and I am joined by Mike Burke, who is the VP Corporate Development of Sitka Gold. So welcome and thank you for joining me.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
So let's start with a quick introduction to Sitka for any viewers who might be not so familiar.
Yeah, Sitka Gold, we're a Canadian-based company. We're operating up in the Yukon territory. There's a belt of rocks up there called the Tombstone Gold Belt. Host deposits such as the Fort Knox mine in Alaska, Valley Gold discovery of Snowline Gold in the Yukon, as well as our project. So it's a big bulk tonnage gold deposit that we've discovered up there, and we're defining the resources. We've made a discovery of 2 deposits, hoping to find a couple more and find a lot more gold.
So let's look deeper into your projects then. So you have the RC Gold project, and you've recently had results from the Blackjack zone. Could you share some highlights of the results and what they indicate about the project?
Yeah, the Blackjack Deposit is one of the 2 deposits we've discovered, and we focused on that over the last few years. We just updated the resource in January. It now sits at 1.3 million ounces in the indicated category at a grade of about a gram, and an additional inferred resource of a million ounces at just under a gram per ton gold. So it's about, you combine that, you're up over 2 million ounces of gold. We have a second deposit that we haven't done as much work on and some other projects. So the Blackjack open pit resource, that resource that I mentioned is confined to the open pit scenario. But recently we've done some deep drilling and we see that the deposit extends to depth. So we're checking out that potential as well. We've hit in our drilling, we've been drilling in the winter here. For example, down at 600 meters depth, 45 meters of 4.5 grams. So a lot of potential both at the near surface, but as well deeper underground.
So looking at future drilling campaigns in 2025, you have an extensive program planned here. What is your areas of focus for this? Yeah,
we've done about 28,000 meters since the discovery back in 2020 and 2021. About 28,000 meters of drilling in total. This year we're doing 30,000 meters of drilling. So we're doing as much drilling this year as has been done in the last 4 years on the project. So again, the focus is to help define the size of the Blackjack and the Eiger, the 2 known deposits that we're working on, as well as we've made discovery drill holes in a couple new areas, and we're following up on those with an additional, fairly substantial amount of drilling. So the goal for the end of the year is to, obviously expand the known deposits that we have, but also show the potential of these 2 new discovery areas to host additional resources as well.
So let's look at how well financed you are. You recently closed 11.8 million in funding. Can you share how you plan to use the funds?
Yeah, so we just raised that 11 million. We have $25 million in the treasury. Our drilling, like we said, is about 30,000 meters. Our drill costs are a little over $300 a meter. So 9 to 10 million in direct drilling costs going into this RC Gold project. So that'll take a fair bit of our funds, but we're well financed to do additional drilling in following years or expand our project as the drilling goes on this year. So again, focused on those known deposits, defining them, as well as our new discovery areas to see their potential.
Very exciting stuff. And so finally today, can you share what our investors should be looking out for and any upcoming catalysts that may be exciting for them?
Yeah, I mean, the catalysts are we're financed. We don't have to raise money to do this 30,000 meters of drilling. We've made 2 new discoveries and turned those into deposits in the last 3 years. Don't know the size of them. Our work this year is going to help define that, as well as we have great potential on the property. We've got discovery drill holes into those 2 additional areas, and we've got another whole bunch of other drill targets. So, the project, when you look at that Lassonde curve, discovery really gives you a nice ramp up. We've got more advanced projects within the area, as well as the potential for making brand new discoveries. So quite a diverse mix of potential.
Sure. Okay, that wraps up our interview. Thank you again for joining me, and I hope you have a very successful show with us.
Certainly will. Thank you.
Thank you.